up, guys? This is Chairman Blends coming to you from Chairman Blends TV. Thank you for tuning in today. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed that last video. Hopefully, it was very informational over what tools I'm gonna be using. I'm actually using one of the tools right now, the Babyliss FX Pro. Now, I'm gonna get straight into it, guys. What I'm gonna be going over today is how to do a mid fade. Okay, simple as that. 4 simple steps on how to get a mid fade together. The rest is up to you. Now, my first step, all right, for those of you taking notes, my very first step is gonna be balding out and setting up my first guideline. Okay, now keep in mind when I go to the back of the head, right? In this case, we're going to be focusing on the shape of the haircut, on the shape of the fade. Okay, now in the back, I kind of drop the fade a little bit, I kind of drop the line a little bit going into the front. I also kind of drop it down just a bit. I don't necessarily want it to be straight. I want it to, be able to give it shape, give it some sort of, complement to the head. Of this man. Okay, so my second step, I'm going to be pretty much creating my fading area. Okay, my fading area. Okay, this is going to be created with my one. Okay, and with my lever opened. Okay, so first step, number one, lever closed. Second step, number one, lever opened. Okay, now my goal here is not necessarily to start fading, right? Start getting that mid fade. My goal here is to simply take away that bottom line. Okay, short and simple, take away that bottom line. To do that, okay, once I'm done creating my fading area, okay, now I can actually focus on getting that bottom line out. Okay, so focus here on the next step. Now what I'm going to be doing is now with my half card, I'm going to be taking out that line fitting into my one. Okay, little by little, small sections. You don't want to go past the section that you went over with the one. You want to stay close, stay tight. Okay, and progressively as you move up, you simply want to opening up the lever little by little until you get to your one card. Now focus on all the detail work that I'm doing right now. Opening up my lever, closing my lever. Those are the things that's really going to smooth out and get, that really nice quality fade. Now next, I'm going to use the clipper itself to really start bringing in that fade together. But before that, okay, I'm going to get my shaver and make sure that the bottom is completely balded out before I proceed. Now when using the shaver, you guys want to make sure you don't go all the way up to where the bald line is. Okay, you guys want to go just below it. Okay, and with the top part of your shaver, okay, notice here with the top part of the shaver, okay, I'm going to be going down, okay, fading in that skin tight level, right, up until my 00. The reason you want to do this before you go in there with your clipper and take out the first bottom line is because if you do need to go back with your trimmer or something, you're able to do so and you're not having to push the actual fade any higher than it should be. So now we can go in there with our clipper. Now keep in mind, if you don't have your clipper zero gap in this case, then this is going to be a very hard step, okay? If you guys do want me to make a video on how to zero gap your clippers, just please comment below and I will probably make that my next video. Now back to the detail work. I'm going to use my corners once again to really smooth out that fade. Okay, and this is super important before we proceed to the next step, because the next step is bringing them fade together into the whole head. Okay, so now I'm going to use my 1.5 guard, and I'm going to start fading out that 1 guard that we used on our second step. Keep in mind, this is going to be the highest guard that you guys would truly need. Okay, after this, you can choose to use any higher guards, but I personally don't. Just because it is faster, it does save you more time if you do use clipper over comb or scissor over comb, which I'm about to demonstrate to you right now. But before you move into any of those, all right, you want to make sure you clean your edges. Okay. Now here, we're going to clean our edges with our Andis Slimline Pro. We're going to get that nice curve. Okay, and the reason why we do that is because whenever we clean our edges, okay, we pretty much see the spots that we missed in the fade, and now we're able to go back and touch them before we proceed into any steps. Now, using my Babyliss comb, I'm gonna get those hairs that are sticking out. And for clip over comb, I like to use my Babyliss Volare, and I set it up to my highest setting, giving me a little bit more safety when it comes to clip over combing. And I simply want to get those outer hairs that are sticking out, not messing with the shape of the haircut. Now we're going to moisturize the top, and we're going to begin our shear work, okay? And this is a very easy, very beginner-friendly step, okay? I simply want to cut vertically, not horizontally, okay? That is a bit more advanced, vertically, okay? And all I'm doing is for those hairs that I couldn't get with my clip over comb, I'm just simply smoothing out with my scissor itself, my shear itself, targeting specific areas, specific hairs, without going over big areas of the hair. Because sometimes there's an area of the hair where you don't need to touch. So you might have to go in there with the smaller tool, being able to be more precise. Our goal here is to be very precise. Our goal here is to be clean. And our goal here is to be smooth. Now this is my texturizing shear. This doesn't necessarily take away any length, but it does take away volume. Okay, for length, I want to use just a straight, regular shear. Now, before we get started on the edge up, you guys want to secure those top hairs. Right, I just use 2 clips, simple as that. So many options to hold up the hair. Now, when it comes to doing the edge up, keep in mind, no one is going to have a perfect edge up. No one's going to have that perfect hairline where it just looks amazing and it's so easy to do. You might have, some people that are close to it, okay? But all of that doesn't matter. Their hairline doesn't matter. As long as you proceed using these steps, okay? The process may be ugly, but the result is going to be good, okay? You always want to start in the middle of the hairline, working your way out, okay? I usually work out to my left and then I work out to my right, okay? Now to just simply enhance the hairline just a little bit more, I'm going to add some fibers by Shear Thick. You can get these fibers on Amazon or any beauty supply near you. Now once again, these trimmers will work a lot better if they are zero gap. Okay, so now that we have that nice final shape, we're going to go in there with the blade, get those outer edges, clean up those outer edges, clean up the face, clean up the eyebrows. I tend to go everything, I kind of tend to lean more on the, the natural look. But when it comes to getting the eyebrows done or getting type of any additional service, you always want to make sure you ask questions to the client. That way the client is satisfied and so you. Now, when it comes to using a shredded razor, you guys want to make sure that you guys are pulling away towards the area that you're shaving towards, right? So if you're shaving up, you want to pull down. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. That was a very easy, simple steps to do a mid fade. If you guys have any questions, just comment below. Make sure you like and subscribe. I will see you guys next time on Chairman Blends TV.